Busting the drink racket. Well, busting the drink racket seemed almost accomplished. If you made it to the tall glass, that big cup of milk at night, well, just at the end of the day, and it wasn't so hard at all. Through the many cups of tea, bag and leaf, even coffee, meals included, meals that got larger, yes, even on welfare. For they left you with nothing but food, yes, true, food. Not the one you would have shopped or you like, but food. There was no politics like welfare. They measured it cookie by cookie. They measured your smile, inch by inch. They asked you to smile and actually did let you. They asked you to smile so promptly as they announced free meals, prayer services. For welfare, politics was not just state politics. The worship houses played it big. They played it so big that it even reached the state almshouses, all of the charity places, which were supposed to remain neutral and not discriminate against people whose papers had not arrived or had gone missing. How many were these people? It could have been easily counted. There were many, perhaps hiding, but many simply visible in a line, in a long line awaiting rides, and yes, people were doing drugs. But busting the drink racket was not about any of this. It wasn't even about alcoholism or admiring the thought of drinking freely, not just wine, but real liquor. The typical feminine admiration of alcohol in women of conservative communities. But busting the drink racket was a lot about temperance, not regarding liquor sales or alcohol consumption, but about the way in which tea and coffee was taken, offered, referred to, resorted to, somewhat in a Victorian fashion. At every turn within the talk, it complements and sometimes not so much in a Victorian fashion, but completely modern at every argument made, every show of strength, at every departure, at all points of rebellion. The actual and metaphoric recourse to tea and coffee seemed so dominant it drowned all talk. Dominated over the word, made it hard to make a point. Busting the drink racket had something to do with questioning authoritarianism, and the tall cup of milk was a last remnant from days when bodybuilding seemed a good and fair sport. Even more, it just seemed very promising, but busting the drink racket was increasingly about how big of an accomplishment the tall cup of milk was, if it was all that was accomplished in the day, money-wise and energy-wise. Thank you. I hope you like it. It's self-explanatory. Thanks. Enjoy. Like and subscribe, friends.